Okay, welcome back. Here's reflections questions for tests. Again, year 7, 8 and 9 test preparatory questions, and this one will start off with question 2 for 2 marks. Reflect the shape in the mirror line. Well, here's the mirror line. You can actually put a mirror there if you want to. That's one way of doing it to build skills. But the sensible thing is to always take points. I will start with a point closest to the mirror line. Let's do a different color, so that we can highlight it. Perhaps not red. Let's go for green. Okay, let's go for a green color. So here's a point here. I'll take this point here, and hopefully you can see that in green, and it's 1 square away from the mirror line. So I'm going to go vertically downwards and 1 square away from the mirror line, and I put the point here. Similarly, I go to the other end, and here's another point, and it's again 1 square away from the mirror line. So I'm going to go on the other side of the mirror line 1 square away. Here's my third point here, and again I'm going to count how many squares I am away from the mirror line. 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2 and 3, and that's my new point on the other side of the mirror line. And again, similarly, I go to my last point, and I'm 1, 2, 3 from the mirror line. So 1, 2 and 3 again from the mirror line. And that's great. I can now join my points up. So here we go. So the reflection of this particular shape is going to look, whoops, here we go, there you go, it's all in real time, so there you go, and Bob's your uncle. That's the reflection of the shape in the mirror line for 2 marks. Okay, let's go to question number 5. Here we go. This one says reflect triangle A in the x-axis. Well, the x-axis, as you can see, is here, and I'll keep my green pen. Here's the x-axis. Remember, along the corridor and up the stairs. Well, along the corridor is your x, and up the stairs, up and down your stairs is your y. So again, it's sensible always, because here's the mirror line, the x-axis, to take points. And if I take this point here, I'm 1 square away to go to -4. So again, from -4 on the other side, here's 1 square away, and that's that point. The second point is this one here. Again, highlighted it in green. And how many squares am I away from -2? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from -2 onwards and upwards, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that's that point here. And again, the last point, the final point, is this one here. And again, I'm at -4, so I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 and 4. You probably figured out, well, hold on, surely the last point is going to be adjacent or alongside the point that I've just drawn. Yes, absolutely spot on. And now I can join up the points to make the reflection of triangle A. Sometimes they ask you to label it with another letter. Let's just check for that. So that's the reflection of the shape, and let's just label it. Oh, it doesn't ask, whoops, let's cancel that. It doesn't ask us to label it anything, but so there's the reflection, and again, that's for 2 marks. Let's have a look at question 6. Reflect the triangle in the line y is equal to -1, and label the new triangle B. So in this one, they do ask us to label the new triangle. So we've got to reflect it and then label it. So let's have a go and get the marks. So it's sensible perhaps to change the pen color because they've colored this one in green. So perhaps if I use a different color, that will be better. So let's go and change the color. There we go, good old red. And the first thing we need to do is to draw the mirror line, because it does say the mirror line y is equal to -1. So when it's y equals, the line is always horizontal. When it's x equals, the line is always vertical. So here's -1 on our y-axis, and let me just show you that just to make sure. Again, here's our y-axis, our vertical axis, and of course, and here is -1. So I'm going to draw the mirror line. So the mirror line goes all the way through -1. So this is the line that I'm going to reflect the green triangle in. So I'm going to count the number of squares away from the mirror line. So again, I'm going to highlight points. So here's 1 point. Let's start with this at 1. So 1, 2, 3 squares away from our mirror line. So I've got to go 1, 2, and 3 squares away. So here's 1 point. Okay, and this one again is 3 squares away, so this one will be adjacent to it or alongside. And then the top point, sorry, that's just that point that I've just done. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then the final point, which is up here, is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't just go to the x-axis, go to the mirror line at y is equal to -1. So 5 squares away, so count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So our new triangle, which I've got to label B, is this one here. And there you go. And I'll label it B. And that's the job done for 2 marks. Now, question 7. We'll do 7 and 8 because we have to construct lines. So we just constructed a line at y is equal to -1, and this one asks us reflect shape A in the line x equals 4. So again, I can go back to green because they've used red here and blue. So here's the line x equals 4. I did say y equals is horizontal and x equals is vertical. So let's draw a dotted line in green at x equals 4. And this is a line. Hopefully you can see that. There's our green line at x equals 4. So again, I'm going to take particular points on the line, and then count how many places I am away from the mirror line at x equals 4, and then once I've got the points, I'll label the new shape B. So let's start with this point, and that's 1 square away. That's very easy, and it's in the middle, so I'll put it here. Let's take this point now, and it's 2 squares away, so 1, 2, that point is there. And again, similarly, this is 2 squares away, so 1, 2 squares away is here. And this one, point here, is 1, 2, 3 squares away from our middle line, so 1, 2, and 3 squares away on the other side of the mirror line. And the final point, again, that's 3 squares away, 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and there you go. So, and we join our dots up. Here we go, and this is the reflection of shape A on the other side of the mirror line, and I call that B, and that's 2 marks. And finally, let's have a look at number 8. Number 8, so we can scroll down, And hopefully you can see I've been consistent. I've just selected points. I've had to construct some mirror lines at x equals and y equals. Make sure you get it right. Remember, x equals is always vertical and y equals is always horizontal. Let's have a look at our final question for part 1 on reflections. And the mirror line, this time we've got to go down to the reading of the question. One moment. Oh, yep, there you go. It's all written. Reflect shape A in the line y is equal to 3 and label the new shape B. So we've got to construct y is equal to 3. So we go along and we can stick with, I'll change it because red is kind of brighter. So I'll go along to y is equal to 3, and remember again, along the corridor, up and down the stairs, this is our y-axis, so y is equal to 3 is here. So I'm going to go through with a horizontal line at y is equal to 3, and this is our mirror line, and shape A must be reflected in that line. So again, I'll start with this point, which is closest to the mirror line. It's only 1 square away. So here's the new point on the other side of the mirror line. What about this point here? This is 2 squares away. So 1, 2 squares away on the other side. And this one, this point here, is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares away. So I need to scroll down because I need more space, because I need to count 4 squares away from the other on the other side of the mirror line. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's this point here, just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And similarly, it's got to be the last point must be adjacent and alongside it, and that's also 4 squares away, so it's going to be here. And yeah, and now I can join my shape, or should I join the dots to form the shape, and there you go. That's the reflection of shape A, and I'm going to label it B. And again, that's another 2 marks. So we should have a better understanding of how to reflect shapes, and that's it.